this is for the rhythm guitars. This is everything that's going into the rhythm guitars. So over here we have my wonderful amplifier, the Randall Thrasher. These are my settings. And safe to say it sounds good. There's nothing in the loop, I'm just going straight in. And actual setup wise, this is what I'm working with. So as you can see in here, I have my Randall 4x12 guitar cabinet with a single Shure SM57 on axis, roughly in that sweet spot, set about 2 fingers width apart, because obviously 2-finger method is the best method. Ask Glenn. And over here I have a Aston Spirit, which is a lovely microphone. A little bit of low end roll off because let's face it, it's going to do that anyway. And I don't have the pad set on this. Instead, I've got the pad set in the desk, and I'm doing -10 just because otherwise it's very loud. So yes, that is set up. And I've got these 2 walls here, and that microphone are set 10 feet apart on floor wise. Actual height wise, I don't know. Someone else to figure it out. I mean, that's how I set up the microphone. If you can find this exact kind of microphone stand and set up exactly like that, you'll know what the actual distance is. But nonetheless, it sounds amazing. The idea is that I'm going for more of a vortex technique sort of thing, which is very nice because the vortex is a very Judas Priesty thing. And I'm a big fan of Judas Priest, so I decided, let's use that. I'm using my wonderful 2016 Gibson Les Paul High Performance, as you can tell from the tuners, in the Honeyburst, which I named Holo, because when I first got the guitar it was an absolute pain. But now it's lovely, much like the character of the same name. God damn it. It's all starting to get to the good stuff. And if you come over here, if I open up this case, voila. And here is Rosie. New strings as always. And he is the other guitar I'm using. The Les Paul I got for my 18th birthday. Pretty much how it works is Holo gets used on any songs that have a clean section in it, because I deliberately put the neck pickup in backwards to get an out of phasey middle position sound, which is lovely on the cleans. And if there's any songs that are just straight up distortion all the way through, then it's Rosie. The only other thing is that if it's a drop D song, it's also Holo, and there are 2 drop D songs. So Holo's the one playing those ones as well. In all, it's more likely that I think Rosie is technically playing the most on this album, but nonetheless, that's just how it is. That's how it is, unfortunately. So, yeah. And of course, for the actual desk, I'm using the SSL Duality Delta. These are my settings. I'm just using the first 2 channels because that's all I need. I'm doing guitar stuff, and currently it's actually set in Pro Tools mode. Not where it needs to be set in. Oh wait. Oh, danged. There we are. Ah, someone's labelled everything. Oh well, that's not my. I'm not editing that. I can't be bothered. But yes, I'm recording guitars and stuff, and we're about, let's see, I'm 8 songs in of the 10 songs, which is pretty good. I'm doing quite well for time. I just now need to load in the drums I recorded for the next song. In fact, actually, from what I can tell so far, I'm going to be the only person who drums on this. This is going to be rhythm guitar and drums. So here's the video of me playing the drums. It should be noted, however, those drums aren't exactly the final versions. I did 3 takes, because I'm not a drummer myself, so I did 3 takes, chose the best sections of each part, as in like, ooh, this part was in time, let's use that in the final thing, and then sort of meshed it together to make a somewhat reasonable drum sound, because I will be the first to admit I'm not a great drummer. I don't practice anywhere near as much as I would like to be able to. So yeah. But yes, this is going to be like a return of all the guitar stuff, and I hope you enjoy it all. So I'm just packing down now. As you can see, I'm taking stuff back in quite nicely. Got the SM57 here. And one thing I forgot to mention was on the drums, I was mainly using Audic stuff. I was using the D6 for the bass drum, the I5 for the snare, the... down there. Yeah, and I was using the D4s, 2 D4s on the rack toms, and 1 D2 on the floor tom, along with 2 C414s for the overheads, which is just standard, and 2 NT2As for the room, because I do like the NT2As for room sounds with drums. They are my preferred choice, hence why I keep using them. Now, another thing I forgot to mention is for the guitar-wise, the pickups in them are actually relatively low output. In both guitars, they are Gibson burst buckers, 1 and 2, 1 in the neck, 2 in the bridge. Just what I prefer. As you can see here, I'm using this as my little carry bag. It's a Dunlop thing I got from the guitar show, which was always quite nice. Let's see, what else do I have to get? The power supply for the amp, of course. So, the other things that we're going to be doing is, throughout the next few months, I'm going to be recording clips of me doing everything else. So the next video, so this was all the rhythm guitars and the 1 set of drums I've done myself. And next we're going to do the, let's set you down again. We're going to do the lead guitars. That's going to be the next part. So it's going to be my lead guitars, Alex's lead guitars, because Alex is featuring on this. And there's also going to be any extra guitars I do, like there's a few fuzz things I want to do. which I'm using a different amp for, because that amp sounds wonderful with my fuzz, and generally it's meant to be an extra guitar, so I don't mind it sounding different. It's meant to be the Thrasher's meant to be the main focus, with like odd hints of other stuff, which I quite like the idea of. So yeah, next is going to be all that, and then the one after is going to be looking at the vocals and bass, because most of the drums are already pre-programmed apart from the one that I did. The idea always was to do a mix, because I can't play all the songs. I'm nowhere near that good. But yes, and then after that we'll be looking at the mixing of the album and how I went about that, or will be going about that. It seems weird to be saying will be when it's the future for me. But yes, and that is going to, and then after that, hopefully I can actually start teasing release stuff and a few other things, because this album is going to be released. It's not just going to be university, it's going to be proper out there, along with a dissertation. And I will talk about more of that when the time comes to it. So, I have been Jaguar 47, and I will see you next time. Stay there.